it too.
Grayson's mom says they want others to see their story and realize anything is truly possible.
You can do anything you put your mind to. Just because you have a label, just because you're blind, doesn't mean you can't play instruments, doesn't mean you can't sing, doesn't mean you're not limitless, which is why he named his lemonade company Limitless.
Very cool.
Incredible.
I thought people, if they purchased the lemonade, they got limitless lemonade.
Unlimited.
But no, it's, yeah, exactly. It would be unlimited. But very cool story, and I love that.
Yeah.
You just never know.
You never know. The power of social media is
amazing. Did you have a lemonade stand as a child?
hard to say.
Okay, hard to say.
I think so.
I was cheap. I would grab a big can of High C, which was
yeah.
a juice drink, and just have a High C stand. It didn't make that. All right, folks, quick look outside. We are seeing some light this morning. Get ready for a pretty calm day, though. A little bit of shower activity this morning. That's coming right up.
Plus, we're tracking efforts to clean up local water supplies contaminated with potentially dangerous forever chemicals, as the military is working to make things right. And we're hearing from first responders amid a nationwide push to get away from sending police and fire to mental health calls. Good Morning Northwest continues right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
I'm Jason Valentine. It is 6 o'clock on this Friday morning, the Friday before Labor Day. 3-day weekend for a lot of folks, so that's always fun.
1st of September.
1st of September. You know what that means?
What does that mean?
It's the first full weekend of college football.
I know that you've been talking about this all week.
Well,
How
I've
excited
talked
are
about
you?
it all year. Of course I'm excited. We got the Cougars tomorrow in Fort Collins, Colorado, taking on the Colorado State. And then we got the Huskies at home against Boise State. So kind of a Northwest battle there. It's going to be great. Can't wait. Quick look outside. I bet you can't wait for the 3-day weekend. We're starting off quite cloudy with just a hint of shower activity. But folks, that is going to clear up as the day goes on. But still quite a bit of shower activity going through the mountainous areas of the Blues, and just little bits and pieces of shower activity coming through our areas. Tri-City's got a little bit of a spritz. Yakima, possibly, maybe from this cell. But other than that, cloudy conditions this morning, clearing as the day goes on. Also around 10 degrees warmer than we were just yesterday. Yesterday was a bit of a sneak preview of fall. 80 degrees today for Yakima, lower 80s for the mid-Columbia. And again, light winds should be a pretty darn nice start to your Labor Day weekend. We're going to warm up tomorrow, but winds will return for your weekend. Also, again, warmer temperatures today and that quick AM rain. I'm going to talk all about that. That's in my forecast. That's coming up. But for right now, we're going to send it back to Riley.
Thank you, Jason. Cooler weather settling in around the region has really helped firefighters working the remains of a couple of wildfires. Firefighters continue to keep a close eye on the aftermath of the Gray Fire near Medical Lake as they mop up hot spots. Falling rain and higher humidity assisted the firefight. At last check, firefighters had the fire 93% contained and no word yet on what sparked the flames. But the wet weather has created challenges for firefighters working the aftermath of the Oregon Road fire near the town of Elk. Rain has made it difficult for firefighters to access some roads around the fire's remains. The fire is 83% contained and mop-up operations continue. No word yet on how the fire started. Yesterday, Governor Jay Inslee extended the state of emergency because of wildfire danger. It means the National Guard will continue to be available to respond to emergencies. The proclamation orders state agencies to do everything they can to help people with recovery efforts from the fires in eastern Washington, and Family Emergency Assistant Program benefits will continue to be available through the end of September. People who need help can apply online for Family Emergency Assistance Program benefits, even if you don't have kids. Dozens of families in East Sela living near the Yakima Training Center are still dealing with high levels of forever chemicals in their drinking water wells, and the Army's long-term cleanup plan is expected to take decades. But Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell tells us at a community meeting Wednesday night in Sela, Army officials announced they were moving forward with a short-term solution to help some residents get back to using the water in their homes.
On February 25th, 2022, East Sela resident Brandy Hyatt got a letter in the mail saying her well water was contaminated with PFAS at levels nearly 4 times the limit considered safe to drink. Now, she and her family are on day 552 of being unable to drink, cook, or brush their teeth with water from their own sink, and using bottled water for everything.
When you spend a year and a half digging hard and having meetings and making connections, yet nothing changes for you, it just feels really overwhelming. Now, having said that, we've made great strides for the community because we've been voicing our needs.
Like the need for assistance for homes with levels of PFAS that aren't safe to drink but don't quite reach the threshold needed to qualify for Army programs.
The Yakima Health District, they were able to get funding to support those homes that tested below 70 parts per trillion but above Washington State action levels,
including providing bottled water and point-of-use filters that filter water at the tap.
We've been able to get further testing, which is something that we were begging for. We've been able to get a public relations officer at Yakima Training Center so we can have better communication.
The Army's long-term plan to clean up PFAS contamination across the country has a timeline of at least 30 years. But now they're pushing forward an interim fix to get people off bottled water using point-of-entry treatment systems, or POET systems for short.
It takes water from the well and filters it 2 times. There's usually a water softener involved as well as a UV disinfectant, and then it's pushed back into the house. So all the water from the well is filtered, disinfected, and then piped into the house.
The plan to install upwards of 60 POET systems, starting with 13 homes that have been on bottled water the longest.
Living on bottled water, we realize is not an easy situation, but the POET systems, once implemented, should provide them some relief while the remediation process continues.
Brandy says her home does qualify, but she has no idea when the install might happen for her, and there's still more to be done.
What's next is to keep talking and not be silent and not get so fatigued from the effort that we just bottle up and wait for 30 years to come.
Brandy says they'll be having a community meeting for East Sela residents from 5:30 to 8 p.m. on September 14th at the Sela Civic Center to hear from state and local organizations about what they are doing to help. In East Sela, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
The Army says if you tested at 70 parts per trillion and have been receiving water from them, you should qualify for the POET system. If you're below that, you can contact the Yakima Health District to see if you qualify for the point-of-use system. More and more cities are turning to EMTs, paramedics, and clinicians when it comes to responding to nonviolent mental health crises. It's an approach that Washington has been trying to fine-tune for years now. The Associated Press reports at least 14 of the 20th biggest cities in the United States are hosting this type of program, sometimes called civilian, alternative, or non-police response teams. So far, there's not a lot of official data about how effective the programs are, but first responders are answering these calls, saying they're able to spend more time and give people more specific assistance than what they've traditionally gotten.
So we're very good at sending people to emergency rooms. Any unit can do that. What Health One can do, our co-responder program can do, is send people to homeless shelters, to clinics, to outpatient-based programs, to sobering, back to their house if that's where they need to get.
We really can sort of like pick through with a fine-tooth comb and find the best option for someone. And that sometimes that option is they have everything, there's nothing more we can do, but a lot of times we can connect them to things that they would never have been able to be connected to just with a fire engine or a regular operations crew.
Jason Valentine returns now with a quick look at your morning weather forecast.
Folks, we're waking up on this Friday, this first day of September. I'm going to get you ready for a warmer Labor Day weekend, though we're going to be slightly below our averages. That's coming up in my first alert weather forecast.
Plus, drug overdoses have become such a problem in Washington, and specifically in Yakima, that the state is now calling for federal help.
Why buy a mattress from Mattress Depot USA?
Low prices.
Every day, we beat any competitor's price.
Selection?
All sizes and brands like Sealy, Stearns & Foster, Tempur-Pedic.
Customer service.
Our sleep specialists average 10 years in the industry. Check out our reviews.
Comfort guarantee?
120 nights worth.
Same-day delivery.
Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Local?
Born here, live here.
Come see us today.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
I'm currently out of the office, focusing on a little blue sky thinking. I'll be taking meetings with family and friends and checking voicemail as my activities permit. I'll connect with you after reconnecting with me. Get 1.9% APR plus 500 purchase allowance on a 2023 Cadillac XT4, XT5, and XT6. Visit your Yakima and Tri-Cities Cadillac dealer today.
Save now with Bi-Mart's latest membership savings book, arriving in members' mailboxes this week. There's 16 pages of great store-wide savings, including everything you need for Labor Day. At Bi-Mart, our members save more every day.
Broadmoor RV presents the Labor Day sale you've been waiting for. We have less than 20 brand new 2022 RVs remaining, and they're all marked down to under dealer cost. Take advantage of some of the best pricing in our 26-year history. Mark your calendars for September 1st through the 3rd and create unforgettable memories this Labor Day weekend.
When it comes to service, we're number one at Broadmoor RV. We make camping fun.
Hot Tubs. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2023 inventory. Today through Monday. Hapo Center Pasco. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. New 2023 inventory. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. See the revolutionary swim spa in action and save up to 60%. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Worry-free installation. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Hapo Center Pasco. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
Craving an action-packed stack of game-changing, meaty, cheesy sauciness? Taco Time's Taco Cheeseburger. You're welcome. When you know what you want, anytime it's taco time.
Smoke City for Less. We are open 7 days a week with now 5 locations.
Welcome back on this Friday morning. Well, yesterday was International Overdose Awareness Day, where people reflect on those who have died from drug overdoses and talk about efforts to address the problem, especially the epidemic of fentanyl. Triumph Treatment Center memorialized the dozens of people who died from overdoses in Yakima County in the past year. It's a problem big enough that the state attorney general is pushing for the DEA to include Yakima County in Operation Overdrive, which is a federal effort to identify and target communities facing the most harm from criminal drug networks. And with the county's lead task force facing funding cuts, they say they need all the help they can get.
You know, in the form of financial backing, whether it's the form of, providing some logistics stuff or equipment, it's huge in that process.
If you want to be a part of reducing opioid overdoses and live in the state of Washington, you can order Narcan online for free without a prescription. And starting in September, you'll be able to get it over the counter at major drugstores across the U.S. for about $45 a box. Well, the Biden administration says it's putting $450 million towards the effort to address the opioid epidemic. The money will support overdose prevention and harm reduction efforts. There will also be a focus on treating addiction, recovery services, as well as disrupting the supply of opioids, including fentanyl. And the problem is so bad, we mentioned it before, that Washington State's Attorney General asked his federal counterpart to add 3 cities to the national initiative that aims to combat the overdoses in crime. Attorney General Bob Ferguson urged U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland to add Yakima, Spokane, and Everett to Operation Overdrive. That federal initiative uses national drug statistics to identify and focus law enforcement attention on areas with high drug-related violence and overdoses. According to stats presented by Ferguson's office, Washington had the biggest percentage jump in fatal overdoses in the nation between February of last year and this year. According to federal statistics, fatal overdose rates in Yakima, Snohomish, and Spokane counties were all higher than the statewide average from 2019 to 2021. In this time frame, fentanyl overdoses in Yakima County more than doubled. Coming up, Hurricane Idalia drenched the Carolinas before departing the East Coast. Now recovery efforts begin as the scale of destruction comes into clearer view. And folks, I'll return with your first alert weather forecast. We'll get you ready for that vaunted and lovely Labor Day weekend. That's coming up next on Good Morning Northwest.
It's the Ford Big Deal Labor Day sales event. Choose from big deals and great rates on new trucks and SUVs now through September 4th. Lease a well-equipped 2023 F-150 for just $389 a month for 36 months, only at your local Ford dealer.
Glad days are here. Our annual fall sales event is the best time to get discounts on Ladd irrigation services and products. You'll find great deals on parts, pivots, projects, repairs, and more. From August 28th through September 1st, stop by any Ladd irrigation location to take advantage of these once-in-a-year prices. Prizes and snacks, too. This is simply our way of saying thank you to our customers. Learn more at laddirrigation.com.
Save thousands on the new revolutionary swim spa at a one-time sale today through Monday. Hapo Center Pasco. Exercise with low impact. Swim the entire year and stay in shape. Teach your kids to swim. Unwind and save thousands. Avoid the expense and maintenance involved with a pool. Swim, exercise, and relax in your new aquatic exercise swim spa. Installation and 1 day only. New 2023 inventory. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Hapo Center Pasco. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right, all year round. Right now at participating dealers, get a Kubota compact tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at gokubota.com.
It's the Ford Big Deal Labor Day sales event. Choose from big deals and great rates on new trucks and SUVs now through September 4th. Lease a well-equipped 2023 F-150 for just $389 a month for 36 months, only at your local Ford dealer.
Saturday, the final year of the Huskies in the Pac-12 kicks off on ABC and Apple Valley News Now as Boise State takes on Washington live from Seattle. The Broncos battle the Huskies, Saturday starting at 12:30, only on Apple Valley News Now.
That's live. Dancing with the Stars judge, Bruno Tonioli.
I did not come in early for dance rehearsal.
Because you're an amazing dancer.
No, I'm not a pro.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now. Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Friday morning, everyone. We've made it to the weekend. We've made it to September, and my goodness, for a lot of you, it's going to be a 3-day weekend. Folks, we have quite a bit of cloudy coverage this morning, and we have just a hint of shower activity coming through areas. So we've seen it in the Tri-Cities, Blue Mountain region, pretty much relegated to the mountains, and just little bits and pieces coming into the Yakima Valley area. If you see any shower activity, Yakima, it will be quick very quick. And as we get into the Tri-Cities area, we've seen a little bit of shower activity, a little heavy at times, but still quick, and could see a little bit of showers on your car. Other than that, we're seeing a little bit of shower activity, could move over just a little bit into Pendleton. And as we move along in the morning, these bits of showers are going to dissipate, and then we're going to see some sunshine as we get to our afternoon, clearing overnight, and then a chance of seeing just a bit of shower activity again tomorrow morning and into the evening hours. So that'll persist into Sunday. Nothing really sustained, but just little bits and pieces of shower activity coming in for your weekend. That should come to an end by the time we get to Labor Day itself on Monday. Temperatures right now, we're staying chilly, folks. Upper 50s or around 60 degrees. And again, look how close the grouping is. That is indicative of a very calm weather pattern. And that is what we're going to be seeing today after these little bits of showers quit this morning. So we are still below our average for this time of year, though we're going to get really close to it for your Saturday. Then as we get into Sunday and into our next work week, we're going to remain about 5 or so degrees off of our average, up to 10. And again, folks, for all of our areas next week, we're going to be in the mid to upper 70s to lower 80s. Winds, not a factor today. We have light winds this morning, just a little bit of breeze going on in Walla Walla. And we do expect light winds to continue into tomorrow. By Sunday, though, we do expect a bit of a blustery day, 10 to 25 mile per hour winds at times, and a little less for your Monday, but still breezy conditions on the way for your Sunday. The good news, all of that wind is coming from the southwest. It has continued to be that way, and it's just blown out most of the smoke throughout our areas. Could see a little bit of smoke come in as we get to our weekend, but our air quality should stay in the good zone through Labor Day itself. So today, we're about 10 degrees warmer than yesterday, 80 degrees for Yakima. Over in the mid-Columbia, mostly lower 80s, if not upper 70s. And pretty much the same situation for the Blue Mountain region. Folks, we are very close together. We're all the way from 78 in Pendleton to 83 in Hanford. 7-day forecast. So folks, a little bit of shower activity possible for your weekend and a little this morning. And then we'll be looking at pretty nice conditions next week, though we're going to be, again, around 5 to 10 degrees below our average for this time of year. Tomorrow is going to be the warmest day for the next 7. In the Tri-Cities area, same story. Just, again, nice conditions next week. A little bit of shower activity possible for your weekend. So, folks, get ready for a pretty nice Friday after this cloudiness in the morning hours and just hint of shower activity moves on. And a nice, relatively nice, just cooler than average Labor Day weekend is on the way.
Now to the aftermath of Idalia. The storm bringing damaging tornadoes, severe flooding, and powerful winds from Florida to the Carolinas. As the recovery process continues, President Biden is vowing federal resources to the areas hardest hit, with plans to survey the damage tomorrow. ABC's M. Nguyen has more from St. Petersburg.
This morning, Idalia from Florida to the Carolinas, leaving behind a trail of devastation. In the Big Bend of the Sunshine State, where Idalia made landfall as a Category 3 hurricane, buildings and businesses destroyed.
It was heartbreaking. Shed many tears. And just thank God nobody died.
Houses ripped from their foundations, cars and debris littered the landscape.
Here in St. Petersburg, Florida, more than 24 hours after Idalia had passed, most of the waters have receded, except some neighborhoods are still flooded, like this one, up to 10 inches.
This mother of 5 returned from evacuation to find her home inundated with up to 2 feet of water. Outside, this pile of their belongings, all of it destroyed.
You just brought it all out here?
Yeah, we have a dump truck, or the city said they were gonna come pick everything up, so we're just trying to get it all out. Wow. Get the house dried out. It sucks to lose everything.
Everything, including her home itself.
Where are you gonna go after this?
Well, we still kind of have to figure that out, but we're safe and healthy, and everything's replaceable.
President Biden signing a major disaster declaration for Florida with plans to survey the damage on Saturday.
Our immediate priority is working with state and local officials to really understand what their needs are.
President Biden is asking Congress for billions of dollars in extra disaster relief funding in the wake of Idalia and the wildfire disaster in Maui. M. Nguyen, ABC News, St. Petersburg.
When we return on Good Morning Northwest, as student loan payments are about to be due, we're checking in with a financial expert about how to keep track of your budget.
Check out Columbia Basin Buildings and Sheds, your local Old Hickory Sheds dealer. We sell and deliver a wide variety of buildings, including storage sheds, lofted barns, playhouses, cabins, and more. Come visit us at 3680 West Van Giesen Street in West Richland.
Hi, Jason Valentine for the Apple Valley News Now Great American Flag Swap. Bring your old tattered American flag to All City Transmission on September 8th, and in exchange, we'll give you a brand new flag as we celebrate America together.
At All City Transmission, we stand as proud Americans, cherishing our nation's symbol of unity, the Great American Flag.
Honest work, quality price, All City Transmission.
Our phones keep us constantly connected.
Please switch to airplane mode.
But what if they had a mode to help us actually connect? Introducing Us Mode, a mode that makes our phones less distracting, so we can focus on quality time. so the notifications we get are the ones that matter. So we're never distracted from what's most important. Visit US Cellular in-store or online to set up US Mode for free, even if you're not a customer. US Cellular, built for us.
Hot Tubs. Hot Tub. Hot Tubs. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2023 inventory. Today through Monday. Hapo Center Pasco. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. New 2023 inventory. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. Come see the revolutionary swim spa in action and save up to 60%. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Worry-free installation. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Hapo Center Pasco. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
Warning, your air conditioner unit needs service. Would you like me to call Bruce?
Yes, call Bruce.
Thanks to today's modern technology, it's never been easier to call Bruce Heating and Air. When your AC unit needs serviced, call Bruce.
Oh my gosh.
Let's get this party started. Just make sure you call the right Bruce.
Now through September 30th, receive rebates up to $2,250 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Bruce Heating and Air.
Beyonce Mania, next extra. It is B-Day here in LA as her Renaissance tour kicks off. The hits, the outfits, and super fans like Oprah. How Queen B is on her way to break the $2 billion mark. Next extra.
Tonight at 7:30 on Apple Valley News Now.
Fly the Northwest over awesome orchards and gardens, Tuesday at 6.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, if you haven't been paying your student loans for the last 3 years thanks to the pandemic pause, then get ready to make some major financial decisions. You may have to give up some of those simple luxuries like a morning coffee or going out regularly just to make sure you've got enough to start paying on those loans. Apple Valley News Now's Anna Trejo spoke to a wealth advisor who says it is not time to be scared, it's time to take control of your finances.
The pause on paying federal student loans during the COVID-19 pandemic provided financial relief to nearly 44 million people. This relief came at a time when people were unable to work and was extended for nearly 4 years. Interest on those loans also frozen. Now the time is up for borrowers starting Friday. The interest on those loans is going to start up again. And that means for many people you've got to start paying come October. If you weren't preparing for this expense, where are you going to find that extra couple $100s?
What you ideally want to have is some wiggle room after that for the variable expenses, right? The eating out, the gas, the other things in your life that you do. And that's going to be where most people are going to find that the savings are going to come in those variable expenses.
Nicholas Mercer is a wealth advisor with Python Wealth. While he deals with clients who have managed their money for years, the basic principle to achieving financial freedom is the same.
So it might take a little bit of eating out less. It might take a little bit of creative budgeting to reduce those variable expenses.
Mercer says there are tons of resources online for borrowers and even student loan repayment plans that can really help people who need it the most. He says the most important thing you can do is learn your numbers.
And it's going to vary depending on their income, whether they're married, how they file their taxes, the amount of their loan, and so whether it's undergraduate or graduate. So the calculators are going to be really, really handy, and those are just going to get better the more information that comes out.
Communication is key. Reach out to your lenders and explain your situation. Many financial institutions are willing to work with you.
You'll be able to log on, you'll be able to plug in your income, you'll be able to plug in your situation, and hopefully, with a little bit of due diligence, find the right plan for you.
Mercer says if you find yourself in a better financial situation, consider making extra payment towards your student loans. Sometimes just by paying an extra $15 a month can actually make a huge difference over time. Mercer says that's keeping a step in the right direction.
Just work to get these loans paid off. You know, I think if you can get that behind you, that's a better scenario.
A better scenario to send you one step closer to financial freedom. Anna Trejo, Apple Valley News Now.
And there are a few things to remember. Students who graduate in the spring don't have to make payments until their individual grace period ends, usually 6 to 9 months after their graduation date. Interest rates, which are fixed and vary by loan, will return to the same rate they were before the pause if you were enrolled in auto pay. You may need to re-enroll before your first payment. Check with your lender, and if you were enrolled in an income or payment plan, you may need to update that information with what you are currently making now in order to make the best repayment plan. Well, auto workers appear to be one step closer to going on strike in a couple of weeks. The United Auto Workers Union has filed an unfair labor practice complaint against General Motors and Stellantis. That's the company that makes Jeep, Ram, Dodge, and Chrysler vehicles. The complaint alleges the automakers have gone silent and haven't responded to their demands. Auto workers want raises of more than 40% over the life of their next contract. They also want the cost of living adjustments each year to keep up with inflation. The current contract expires on September 14th. Ford is also involved in the negotiations, but was not listed in the complaint because it has responded to the union. If deals aren't reached, an auto workers strike against all 3 U.S. manufacturers at the same time, it would mark the first time that's ever happened. Coming up, a decision has been made on whether or not the 84-year-old white man who allegedly shot a black teen that mistakenly went to his house will stand trial. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
Buy more, save more during the 4-day Super Labor Day sale at Furniture Row. That's 4 amazing days to get $100 off every $1,000 you spend, plus 6 years no interest. But hurry, the 4-day Super Labor Day sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
Watch me. Watch me tumble, jump, and soar. When our squad is on point, we own the floor. Dazzling stunts and dances are my jam. Pain once caused issues, but they had a plan. A life-changing brace with no surgery to fear. Activity without limits, one more reason to cheer. Watch me. Industry-leading scoliosis treatment at Shriners Children's. The most amazing care anywhere.
It's a factory-authorized clearance at Blue Compass RV. Before the 24s arrive, every 23 must go. Every reasonable offer will be accepted. All 23s come with an exclusive 1-year VIP membership to RV Complete. A $5,000 value only Blue Compass can provide. If you ever dreamed of owning a new RV, now is your time. Every 23 must go at the factory-authorized clearance only at Blue Compass RV.
So many people have followed this story for so long, and this is the first time that Peyton Leitner is talking. Do you remember leaving the park to go to the woods?
The most unbelievable story I've ever heard. Who the heck is Slender Man?
The David Muir 2-Hour 2020 tonight on ABC.
The Labor Day weekend sale at More Furniture starts Saturday. Everyone knows value is always in style, but our Labor Day sale offers a special opportunity for everyone, the chance to save big. Our latest collections have arrived and they're all on sale. Our best sellers are in stock and they're all on sale. It's the best time of year to save big and get your home ready for fall entertaining. Visit your local More Furniture with special hours 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. this Saturday and get your furniture for less.
You heard a screech outside at night, but you can't see what it is because there's not enough light. You need the Bionic Floodlight from Bell & Howell, the solar-powered motion-activated multi-directional floodlight, the versatile wireless, safety, security, and outdoor lifestyle light you'll love. And right now, it's yours for just $29.99, and the shipping is free. Order now, and we'll send a second Bionic Floodlight. Just pay a separate fee. Here's how to order.
Call 1-800-248-8281 or order online at bionicfloodlight.com.
ET's Back to School Week reveals Breakfast Club secrets.
Are we rolling? Hi, guys.
What you never knew about the movie's off-camera romances.
We were an item.
Next, ET.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
It's the 4-day Super Labor Day sale at Denver Mattress. And right now, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend, plus 6 years no interest and free shipping. But hurry, the 4-day Super Labor Day sale at Denver Mattress ends Monday.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
After a dozen witnesses testified at a preliminary hearing, the man who allegedly shot at a lost black teen at his doorstep is set to stand trial. And the mayor of Uvalde has had enough of the waiting for the investigation into 2022's deadly mass shooting, now calling on the district attorney to resign.
And it's Labor Day weekend, everyone. Warmer today with a bit of showers this morning. I'll get you prepared in my first alert weather forecast.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
I'm Jason Valentine. Welcome to the weekend and welcome to September. My goodness, this year is just flittering by. 2/3 of 2023 done.
Incredible.
It is incredible. Did you enjoy the cooler temperatures yesterday, Ryan?
I did enjoy the cooler temperatures. You were saying people might get better sleep with the cooler temperatures.
Yes.
got a lot of sleep.
I got some better sleep as well. Let's take a look outside. Good morning, everyone. And we are seeing, again, a little bit of shower activity this morning and much more cloud coverage, but that will be starting to move away as we move along into our latter morning to early afternoon hours. Little bits and pieces of showers going through much of the mid-Columbia and trying to get into Yakima. Most of them are dying before it gets to Yakima itself. But again, a hint of shower activity this morning, but clearing as we move along, and these showers will end in the next hour or two. So should be looking nice. And again, we're about 10 degrees or so warmer than we were just yesterday. So better conditions, right around 80 degrees for our highs, and should be a pretty calm day with light winds. Just lovely conditions. So again, folks, warmer temperatures, quick AM rain definitely already here and warming into the weekend. I'll get you ready for your Labor Day weekend. That's coming up. But for right now, we're going to send it back to Riley.
Thank you, Jason. A major development in the case of a Missouri teenager shot back in April after going to the wrong address to pick up his brothers. The 84-year-old homeowner who opened fire is now headed to trial. Here's ABC's Morgan Norwood.
The Kansas City man accused of shooting an unarmed teenager on his doorstep is now set to face a jury after a judge ruled there is enough evidence for the case to go to trial.
Multiple exhibits were admitted into evidence. These included recordings of 911 phone calls made by neighbors, photos of the scene, and a recording of the defendant's call to 911.
84-year-old Andrew Lester faces felony assault charges for the shooting of Ralph Yarl in the head after the then 16-year-old accidentally went to the wrong house to pick up his younger brothers. Yarl took the stand yesterday saying he thought he knew where he was, but he mistakenly went to Northeast 115th Street instead of 115th Terrace. Then, contrary to an earlier statement, Yarl acknowledged to reaching for the handle of the storm door as the inner door began to open. That's when police say Lester opened fire, shooting through the still locked storm door. Lester has pleaded not guilty to the charges, claiming he thought Yarl was an intruder and that the teen was yanking on his door to get in.
Somebody is within 2 feet of him who hasn't identified themselves, who he doesn't know, and is grabbing the screen door, which was not part of the narrative before. And it was my client's reasonable belief that he was coming in after him.
Yarl is now recovering from a brain injury, telling Good Morning America earlier this summer that he just wants to see his shooter brought to justice.
He should be convicted for the crimes that he made. I am past having any personal hatred for him.
Morgan Norwood, ABC News, New York.
Lester is due back in court September 20th. The mayor of Uvalde, Texas, wants District Attorney Christina Mitchell to step down, according to a written statement linked to a lawsuit. Mayor Don McLaughlin claims Mitchell is blocking the city's probe into the 2022 mass shooting at Robb Elementary School. McLaughlin said 15 months have passed since the incident and that, quote, our community deserves answers. Mitchell is in charge of the criminal investigation into the shooting and told the San Antonio Express News that she plans on presenting evidence to a grand jury before the end of the year. 21 people died in the rampage, and it took law enforcement officers more than an hour before they approached the gunman and killed him.
We kept being, asking for more information, kept getting put off, and promising it's coming next week, and next week comes and we don't get it. We're frustrated because we owe our citizens and we owe these families, to complete our investigation.
Jason Valentine returns now with a look at your morning weather forecast.
Folks, it's finally here, our Friday of a 3-day weekend. A little bit of clouds and a little shower activity this morning. I'll get you ready for what's to come today and for your weekend itself. It's coming right up.
Plus, the University of Nebraska women's volleyball team won big Wednesday night while also managing to set a world record. That's coming up.
The best way to end your day.
That is good TV.
Friends, tonight at 11:05.
This Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, the Labor Day sale is on at Walker's Furniture.
With some of the largest discounts we've ever offered.
Including 5 years no interest financing with no money down, so you can leave your checkbook at home and pay for it later.
Get drastic discounts on all bedroom and comfortable new living room furniture with big savings on our large section of mattress sets.
Plus, this week, get an additional $100 off your purchase.
This is one sale you can't afford to miss. Today through this Monday at Walker's.
Hot Tub. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2023 inventory. Today through Monday. Hapo Center Pasco. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. New 2023 inventory. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. See the revolutionary swim spa in action and save up to 60%. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Worry-free installation. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Hapo Center Pasco. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
At Honda, we offer complimentary maintenance for 2 years or 24,000 miles with the Honda Service Pass program. Enjoy the ride, knowing we cover routine items like oil changes, tire rotations, and multi-point inspections. Honda Service Pass, available to purchasers of all 2023 Honda vehicles. Get yours today.
The Urology Center at Prosser Memorial Health offers the full spectrum of urology care. Services include kidney stone removal, vasectomy, prostate care and surgery, and treatment for bladder and kidney cancers. Board-certified urologist Dr. Thomas Tu is now accepting new patients.
To build a service that's available for patients here, but to really grow and potentially expand that footprint for Prosser overall is well within our reach.
You're being honored for all of your many volunteer hours building ramps.
Because of their volunteer work, Dan and Doug Hester have earned Catholic Charities Volunteer Services Program a $1,000 donation from STCU.
Our labor is all volunteer, and Catholic Charities provides the material.
We just enjoy helping.
Their craftsmanship is amazing.
STCU's Volunteers Count honors volunteers in our communities. Please tell us a story of someone you believe is making an impact.
Saturday, the final year of the Huskies in the Pac-12 kicks off on ABC and Apple Valley News Now as Boise State takes on Washington live from Seattle. The Broncos battle the Huskies, Saturday starting at 12:30, only on Apple Valley News Now.
That's live. Dancing with the Stars judge, Bruno Tonioli.
I did not come in early for dance rehearsal.
Because you're an amazing dancer.
No, I'm not a pro.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back, everyone. It was a record-setting night in the Cornhusker State. The University of Nebraska says its women's volleyball team set a new world record for the biggest announced crowd at a female-led sporting event.
That honor comes after 92,003 people came to watch the Huskers host in-state rival Omaha Wednesday night. The previous record was nearly 91,700 people at a women's soccer event in Spain of last year.
As for the Huskers' performance on that historic night, they came up big. The five-time national champs beat Omaha in all 3 sets, never trailing at any point.
It's pretty epic, and we got a lot to be proud of, and it's like I said, it's a powerful moment.
Oh my gosh, there are no words to describe that moment. It was seriously surreal, and Husker Nation's so amazing, and we're just so grateful for all the support we get here at Nebraska.
Big crowd.
Yes, volleyball is big. That's fantastic. I wish they had played somebody tougher than Omaha.
Because I hear the game was really fast.
It was, yeah, I'm sure. Straight sets. They never trailed, so it would have been kind of more fun for such a crowd. Give them a bit of a, nail-biting game. I don't know. Anyways, exactly. Very cool. Congrats to Nebraska.
Exactly.
All right, folks, quick look outside. I'm going to get you ready for your Labor Day weekend. That's coming up next.
And coming up, a pair of manhunts have authorities on both sides of the country scrambling after 2 inmates escaped law enforcement custody. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
Okay, who here has reached peak fall?
Peak what?
Peak fall!
I am wearing plaid.
And I'm wearing a cardigan.
I guess I am eating snickerdoodle cookie dough.
And I am eating a pumpkin pie blizzard.
The new DQ Fall Blizzard menu has reached peak fall. Pumpkin pie, snickerdoodle cookie dough, and more. They are back!
I just love fall. Apparently we all do.
Oh, they did it! Peak fall achieved! DQ, happy tastes good.
Queensgate Gardens thanks you all for the wonderful support that you've shown us throughout this incredible spring season.
We are truly honored to have such amazing customers like you. Come on down for any last-minute summer planting and check out our amazing selection at our fruit stand.
It's like being in a lava lamp. Sagebrush and Bloom, your retro decor store. Groovy clothing and far-out furniture, and the music that takes you back. Sagebrush and Bloom, the vintage store you've been looking for. With close to 20 vendors, there's something for everybody. Come visit us today.
Craving an action-packed stack of game-changing, meaty, cheesy awesomeness? Taco Time's Taco Cheeseburger. You're welcome. When you know what you want, anytime is taco time.
College football is back. A huge top 10 opener.
This one comes with a lot of anticipation.
LSU, Florida State, Sunday at 7:30 on ABC.
Hi, Jason Valentine for the Apple Valley News Now Great American Flag Swap. Bring your old tattered American flag to All City Transmission on September 8th, and in exchange, we'll give you a brand new flag as we celebrate America together.
At All City Transmission, we stand as proud Americans, cherishing our nation's symbol of unity, the Great American Flag.
Honest work, quality price, All City Transmission.
Prosser Memorial Health has received a 5-star rating from the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. Prosser Memorial Health is one of just 483 hospitals nationwide to receive their highest rating, and the only critical access hospital in the state of Washington. For more than 75 years, Prosser Memorial Health has provided high-quality and compassionate care to our communities served. It's our privilege, and we look forward to bringing you a new hospital in 2025. This is how we care.
Save now with Bi-Mart's latest savings book. Come save like a member and see why over 1 million membership families save more at Bi-Mart. Arriving in your mailbox this week, you'll find 16 pages of everything you need, from back-to-school supplies, Labor Day weekend needs, sporting goods, pantry essentials, and more. Bi-Mart's one-time $5 membership unlocks a lifetime of savings. Save now with our latest savings book at Bi-Mart, your Northwest employee-owned membership store.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Friday morning, everyone. Hope you're enjoying it so far. We're already seeing it try to start clearing, and we're going to see more clearing as the day goes on, but quite a bit of cloud coverage as we wake up, and a little bit of shower activity moved through much of the mid-Columbia, heading towards parts of Kittitas County and just a little bit trying to get into Yakima, but shouldn't amount to much. But still just a little bit of shower activity greeting us this morning. And we do expect a scattered shower or two for your Saturday and your Sunday, though we'll see more sunshine than not for your weekend. So just a little bit of precipitation. And again, any precipitation is pretty good since we just did not see much precipitation over the summer. And the biggest conglomeration is right over the Blue Mountain region in the mountains themselves. In our futurecast, this is going to just pretty much dissipate very quickly, and then we'll see almost immediate clearing as we get into our afternoon and overnight period. And this is what I'm talking about, just scattered showers, very possible and very quick for your weekend itself. So just maybe a little bit of shower activity with what's looking to be a pretty darn nice Labor Day weekend ahead. So as we move into our morning hours a little bit further, we're staying pretty chilly, right around the 60-degree mark, if not mid to upper 50s. Our cool spot 55 in Ellensburg, but still, folks, very close grouping of temperatures. That always indicates that we are in a very stable weather pattern, and that is definitely what we're seeing today, especially when those clouds start to move out. So as we move into today, we are warmer than we were yesterday, about 10 degrees or so. And then by the time we get to tomorrow, we're going to be right around our average for this time of year. For all of our cities, mid to lower 80s average. And then we'll be looking at, again, below average temperatures into our next work week by about 5 or so degrees. So cooler conditions are sticking around again after I almost can't believe we were around or at 100 degrees just 4 days ago on Monday. Wind speeds are staying light, and they're going to remain light today and tomorrow. Then we're going to see around 10 to 25 mile per hour winds possible as we get into our Sunday, and starting to lose steam as we get into our next work week. But the good news is the winds, especially the heavy winds, will be coming from the southwest. That should keep us very good when it comes to our smoke forecast. Mostly clear skies, and our air quality should remain in the good zone. So 80 degrees today in Yakima, 78 in Toppenish. And folks, we're either in the upper 70s or lower 80s for all of our areas. Again, another sign that we're just settling down into a bit of a groove. And then as we head into tomorrow for your Labor Day weekend itself, that's our warmest day of the week, right around our average or at it. And again, scattered showers possible today, this morning, Saturday and Sunday, and then should be drying up for your Labor Day itself into our next work week, looking like beautiful conditions next week. In the Tri-Cities area, 81 today, 86 tomorrow, then cooling down just a bit. So folks, for fans of the heat, your summer may be over temperature-wise. We're looking to remain right around that 80-degree mark, really for the next week, if not further than that. But folks, today, a little bit of cloud coverage and shower activity this morning that's moving along by the afternoon. A nice, relatively nice Labor Day weekend is on the way.
We turn now to the manhunt for two prisoners who escaped from custody, one on the East Coast and the other on the West Coast. They're both considered dangerous, just in the latest in a series of high-profile prisoner escapes. ABC's Andrew Dimbert has the details.
Overnight, the hunt for a cold-blooded killer, triggering a countywide lockdown west of Philadelphia.
His depravity knows no bounds. I mean, this is someone who has nothing to lose.
Police say 34-year-old Danilo Cavalcante escaped from prison yesterday, 1 week after he was sentenced to life for killing his girlfriend, stabbing her 38 times as her kids watched. Police did not say how Cavalcante escaped, but confirm he was seen walking down a local road just before 10 a.m. and is considered extremely dangerous.
If he's already engaged in a murder in broad daylight in front of her two children, there's no stopping him for doing anything more egregious.
On the other side of the country, authorities in Oregon are scrambling to catch up with Christopher Prey, charged with attempted murder. He escaped from a hospital in Salem. Despite being in full restraints and leg shackles, police say he managed to steal a van as a getaway vehicle. These two manhunts come on the heels of several high-profile prisoner escapes this summer, with 4 convicts breaking out in the span of a week back in July.
It really just comes down to when they have a chance to do it, some people will take it.
Experts say prison staffing shortages are one factor behind the uptick in escapes, along with a lack of oversight for private companies that transport inmates. Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
Back in Pennsylvania, U.S. Marshals have now joined the search for that escaped killer. We'll be right back with the morning sprint and a final check on your forecast, but first a look at what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, a warning for swimmers ahead of the holiday weekend. Almost the entire Atlantic coast is on alert for life-threatening rip currents, and some places getting 7 to 11-foot waves. It's a dangerous concoction for anybody going to the beach.
We have a rip current recipe for disaster right now. The full moon's pulling on the current stronger than ever, and then the storm adds waves and wind that just makes things that much more dangerous for everyone.
I experienced what it's like being in a rip current firsthand about a decade ago with the San Diego Lifeguard and Coast Guard.
So my instinct is to swim directly where I came from, but then I'm going to have to go against the current.
And coming up at 7 a.m., I'm going to show you what to do if you find yourself trapped in a rip current. With your GMA First Look, I'm Ginger Z, ABC News, New York.
Martial arts is my passion.
I work out whenever I can.
But with my moderate to severe eczema, it can be tough.
My skin was so uncomfortable.
The itching was so bad.
Now I'm staying ahead of my eczema.
There's a power inside all of us to live our passion. And Dupixent works on the inside to help heal your skin from within. It helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema, so adults can have long-lasting, clearer skin and fast itch relief. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor.
Healing from within is a powerful thing.
Ask your eczema specialist how Dupixent can help heal your skin from within.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time right now is 6:53. We're going to get to your first alert forecast in just a moment, but we begin with a look at this morning's top stories. Cooler weather settling in around the region has really helped firefighters working the remains of a couple of wildfires. Firefighters continue to keep a close eye on the aftermath of the Gray Fire near Medical Lake as they mop up hot spots. Falling rain and higher humidity assisted the firefight. At last check, firefighters had the fire 93% contained and no word yet on what sparked the flames. But the wet weather has created challenges for firefighters working the aftermath of the Oregon Road fire near the town of Elk. Rain has made it difficult for firefighters to access some roads around the fire's remains. That fire is 83% contained and mop-up operations continue. No word yet on how the fire started. Yesterday, Governor Jay Inslee extended the state of emergency because of wildfire danger. The proclamation orders state agencies to do everything they can to help people with recovery efforts from the fires in eastern Washington. And Family Emergency Assistance Program benefits will continue to be available through the end of September. People who need help can apply online for Family Emergency Assistance Program benefits, even if you don't have kids. The Yakima Training Center is moving forward with an interim fix that will let some Sela residents have water in their homes again after PFAS were found in the water supply. Yesterday, they began installation on the first of more than 60 point-of-entry treatment systems. It filters the well water twice and disinfects it before it's piped into the house. The Army will come back to test it and make sure the filtration is working and provide maintenance or replacement as needed. More and more cities are turning to EMTs, paramedics, and clinicians when it comes to responding to nonviolent mental health crises. It's an approach that Washington has been trying to fine-tune for years now. At least 14 of the 20 biggest cities in the United States are hosting this type of program. So far, there's not a lot of official data about how effective the programs are, but first responders answering these calls say they're able to spend more time and give people more specific assistance. Yesterday was International Overdose Awareness Day, where Triumph Treatment Center memorialized the dozens of people who died from overdoses in Yakima County in the past year. It's a problem big enough that the state attorney general is pushing for the DEA to include Yakima County in Operation Overdrive, which is a federal effort to identify and target communities facing the most harm from criminal drug networks. Attorney General Bob Ferguson urged U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland to add Yakima, Spokane, and Everett to Operation Overdrive. According to federal statistics, fatal overdose rates in Yakima, Snohomish, and Spokane counties were all higher than the statewide average from 2019 to 2021. In this time frame, fentanyl overdoses in Yakima County more than doubled.
Good Friday morning, everyone. Welcome to Labor Day weekend. Already starting to see a little bit of clearing this morning. We're going to see more clearing as our morning goes on and should see quite a bit of sunshine by our early afternoon hours. A little bit of shower activity rolling through our areas this morning, so don't be surprised if you got a little bit of shower activity on your car as you're getting up this morning. But a fine day is ahead and a fine Labor Day weekend is ahead. Temperatures right now, we're in the 60-degree mark. If not, we're in the mid to upper 50s, closely grouped together. That always means a very stable weather pattern. And we're looking at a pretty stable day ahead after this cloud coverage moves out. Not much wind. Winds are light. They're going to remain light. As we get into tomorrow, light winds. Sunday, though, we'll see winds picking up 10 to 25 miles per hour. So a little bit of blustery conditions on your Sunday. Other than that, looking pretty calm in your smoke forecast. We are free and clear. Our air quality is in the good zone, and with winds coming from the southwest, we expect to continue to look at mostly non-smoky conditions. Our highs today were about 10 degrees warmer than we were yesterday. 80 degrees Yakima, 78 for Toppenish. Over in the mid-Columbia, lower 80s, upper 70s. in the Blue Mountain region. Similar conditions as well. So pretty much all of our areas after yesterday being in the mid to upper 60s to lower 70s, today we're in the upper 70s to lower 80s. Going to be a little bit warmer tomorrow. Back to you, Riley.
Thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. GMA is next, and your local news is back tonight at 5.